Another Nintendo Switch Online playtest has come and gone, and now that there's been some time for the dust to settle, what have we learned from it? In case this is the first time you're hearing of it, last October, Nintendo announced they were going to launch a playtest. The playtest was only going to be open for a really small amount of people. I think the applications went live at like the top of the hour, and by 1 minute past, they had already filled all the slots. So it was pretty high demand at the time. I somehow managed to get selected last year, and so I got to take part in it. And I made a video about it, so I'll link it in the description. You guys should check that out. It's actually the first video I ever made on this channel, so go easy on me for that. It was alright. I didn't play much of it just because it didn't hold my interest for too long, but it was definitely a cool idea, and I was excited to see where they would use those mechanics in another game. It was all about connecting with other people online all at the same time. It was pretty cool. What kind of game would they make with that? People are thinking they might use that for another Animal Crossing game, or maybe Pokemon could use this mechanic. But as part of being in the playtest, we weren't allowed to talk about it. Actually, we weren't allowed to show any footage of it either, which is still the case. So you'll have to enjoy some background footage of random games that I've been playing lately. Some time had passed by and we hadn't heard anything about it from Nintendo or anyone else. So I figured eventually this would show back up, reincarnated into some other Nintendo first-party property. That is, until about a month ago, we got news that they were going to be doing another playtest, and this didn't seem to get as much publicity as the first one. I'd been really excited for it, and so I was looking for information. I happened to just stumble upon it, so I set the application date on my calendar. And this time, Nintendo would be taking a lot more participants, and they would let you participate as a group. This was the notice they put out, and you could see here on this line, it says, "This is a test of the same service for which we performed a test in October of 2024. So it was the same thing. It wasn't being reborn into a new Mario game or a new Splatoon. And it's really clear now that whatever it is that they're making, it's probably gonna come out looking similar to how it has in both of these playtests. I don't think it'll turn into an already existing game. And as you can see on here also, it says that it could be run on Switch 2 system or a Nintendo Switch system. So still for both systems. But if you saw my last video, one of the main complaints I had about it was that there was no way for voice chat or any way to communicate, and wouldn't you know, Nintendo now has game chat. So that was definitely a much better experience this time. And really overall, it was just a better experience. They've had like 9 months to be working on it, and so I shouldn't have been surprised, but there was a lot more to do. A lot more player interactions, a lot more game interactions, just a better experience. I reapplied in a group with a couple of my siblings, and we were able to jump into a game chat room. And of course, we still have the same requirements, can't show gameplay, can't talk about the experience. So I won't talk about that. I'll just talk about some industry norms that have been happening lately, because I have one big issue, something that could take a great experience like this and really turn it into something that I just don't want anything to do with. There's a couple of games that stand out to me as the forefront of live service giants, those two being Roblox and Fortnite. And there's two things that those games are so well known for: Robux and V-Bucks. Microtransactions in video games have been something I've not been a fan of, and I don't think most people are a fan of. When games are free to play though, there seems to be more wiggle room. Don't get me wrong, I bought my fair share of V-Bucks, and I probably still will buy more. There is some concern that if Nintendo is making a live service game, then this could be something that they might look into. But I can't talk about the game, so I wouldn't know. But most platforms that have microtransactions, there's usually a place to see the in-game currency and then click go to eShop or go to the PlayStation Store. Is that what it's called? I don't really buy my stuff on PlayStation. And wouldn't that be heartbreaking if on Nintendo's live service game, they have this exact function that's already baked into the game? Am I too obvious with this? I was having so much fun with this playtest, and that just really left a sour taste in my mouth. I mean, it would have if I had seen that in the game, which I can't talk about. It would definitely be easy to dunk on Roblox right now with everything that's happening with it. On top of that, the thing that I've always found to be a little bit gross about the game is how reliant on microtransactions it is. If you hop into any experience, you're immediately bombarded with pop-ups for buying more Robux. And this is all for stuff that people make on their own. Users generate content and make cool outfits or skins for characters, and then you have to buy them with in-game currency. The in-game currency that can only be bought with real-world money. It's kind of an infinite money glitch at that point. And so I understand why companies try to do that more and more often, but it really does just turn me off from any experience that has that, especially when it's profiting off the backs of their creative and loyal fans. Now, I know that they can have revenue shares in place that can give some of the profits back to those creators, but the overall user experience is so intrusive, and it feels kind of gross with it being so targeted towards kids as well. And it's such a shame because I had a really good time, and it's such a unique experience that really doesn't have anything quite like it. You can say that it reminds you of certain games, but it's really a combination of a lot of different ideas. But it would just make me really sad to see this happen, I guess. And you know, I really can't blame Nintendo because the framework is there. So many games have done this exact same thing and they've been very profitable off of that. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see when this game gets a full release. Or unless we get another playtest in another 9 months. Either way, I'm sure I'll be playing it because I'm just curious what else Nintendo has up its sleeves for this release. But let me know in the comments what your thoughts are about the Nintendo Switch Online playtest. Or maybe I shouldn't say that because that's kind of, we're not supposed to talk about it, you know? But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Were you selected to be a part of either of these playtests? Or did you even know that this happened in the first place? I almost missed this second one. If you liked this video or if you learned something, consider giving a like and subscribing to this channel for more content like this. And I've been posting a lot of shorts of Mario Maker, so check those out too. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. I'm trying to be so like straightforward, but I'm like, I'm not gonna get taken down for this, will I? Surely not, right?